Hi guys, welcome to class. Today we're going to have a debate, so it's going to be a good speaking practice session. I'm going to ask you lots of unusual-ish questions. We're going to just discuss them and practice your speaking. So please join in when you get the opportunity, and we'll get the show on the road, so to speak. Okay, we'll just wait. Some people reserved, but there's also plenty of extra spaces. So if you didn't reserve, don't worry, you can still have an opportunity to join in. Just press the join now button when you get the opportunity to, please. Pretty, please. With a cherry on top, okay? I'll be super, super polite. Okay, we'll just wait. I put my Facebook page into the Verbling chat box, so please add me on Facebook, like me on Facebook if you haven't already. We can communicate in between sessions, and we can just stay in touch if you want to. But join in now. We're having a debate for those who have just started watching. I'm going to ask you some very, very unusual questions. Maybe not so unusual, but maybe interesting ones. So please join. Okay, just waiting for people to join in, and we'll make a start. Is anyone there? Okay, if no one's there, we can't have a discussion. Of course, I don't want to debate with myself. So if you want to join in. We'll see what the time is, and we'll wait a bit longer. Cool, yes, good. Someone's there. So, Salim, are you there?
Yes. Hello.
Good to speak with you, Salim. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks. And you?
Cool, not too bad. I think it's the first time we've spoken. So where are you from?
I'm from France.
From France. Which part of France?
Paris.
Paris, yeah. So the capital. That's cool. So welcome, Salim. So we're going to have a debate kind of session today. So it's just going to be like a speaking session. So Salim, what I want to ask you is, when you're choosing someone to date, okay, would you choose them based on their popularity or their intellect? He's gone. Okay, so Martin, what would I say? Yeah, so I'll debate with myself. Okay, we'll see who comes. Guys, it's boring without you. Please join in. I'm not going to beg. I'll wait a bit longer. But of course, to have a speaking session, we need people to speak. Okay, so please join in if you have tickets available, if you want to practice your speaking. I know there are lots and lots of people watching. Unfortunately, there's nothing to watch just yet. Yeah, we need people to come in. So, Juan, cheers for this. Perfect, cool. Are you okay? Juan, are you there?
Hi, Martin.
Cool. How are you today? Okay?
I'm good.
Not too bad, yeah?
Being a little busy.
No worries, yeah, so good that you joined. My first question, there's a French guy just came in, but he went, is when you're choosing someone to date, do you rate a person more on their popularity or their level of intelligence?
Popularity in what aspect? Physical or
How popular they are to other people.
uh-huh. Oh no, not at all. Um, I I like better or as a trait uh, in gray matter, um, and not only referring to intelligent, but on also as in the way of being, of thinking of that person.
Yeah. Okay, so how they think, their kind of mentality, I guess. Okay,
Hmm.
so it's not just about how popular they are. Okay,
No.
what do you say most people would say to this question? So if I ask someone else, would most people choose their girlfriends or boyfriends based on how popular they are with other people?
I think it varies from age,
Yeah.
and it's very common when you're younger that people are are not they haven't defined yet their personality, and also peer pressure from all types influence for being more shallow.
Yeah.
So even people that maybe isn't that shallow may try or may experiment uh, with looking for this kind of potential partners.
Okay, and as you get older, you're saying that it changes, your
It,
priorities change.
yes, not to everybody. There are a lot of people that older or younger still prefer if the person is popular or is um, yeah, like a model or stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Okay, so it depends. Yeah, so everyone's different, but generally, you say for young people, it's that they would choose someone maybe more popular just because of peer pressure than maybe an older person. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, so next question linking to this: um, who is more complicated? Are men more complicated than women, or are women more complicated than men?
Who's first?
Go for it. Is there someone else? No one else. You go for it. Okay, so Juan, you've got a one-to-one session. Yeah, you're lucky. Unless you're working. Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. Is do you multitask? Do you work at the same time?
Yeah, yeah, but I'm
We need
finished
someone
for the
else
day.
to join in then, so you can do stuff. Okay, so
I thought that there were other classmates because I have more avatars.
you have more avatars. Okay, yeah, we'll have more classmates. Okay, so who do you say is more complicated? Are men more complicated than women? Most people would say women are more complicated than men, but do you agree with this?
Yes, I strongly agree. One of the reasons why today I'm like a little bit crazy besides work goes goes by that topic.
Okay, yeah. So the women have made you crazy. Why are they complicated?
Um, because sometimes, and I am not saying that it is 100% from women in general side,
Yeah.
because I'm not, I don't want to seem because I'm not a chauvinist, but generally women, their way of thinking, how women interpret it
Interpret it.
is not the correct way. I'm not saying that they are crazy or dumb. No,
Basically,
the
they're
thing
wrong.
is,
You're
uh,
saying
no, not exactly.
in a
The thing
diplomatic
is,
way. You're saying they're wrong.
not they're wrong. They're
We need
very,
women to join in. Come on, women, join in.
very mind changing. I'm telling you, I'm making an analogy from my profession, from a
Yeah.
technical perspective, that it is um, like in a communication in a network between different devices.
Yeah.
In general, each device, in even in small or big networks, they communicate two ways. So, in one, for example, a modem. Modem is the short for modulator demulator. So
Yeah.
what it does, it modulates and also um, demulates deciphers or deciphers
Yeah.
what the other device is sending the data.
Okay. Yeah.
So in this case, this data is very complicated or very complex to decipher. It has different meanings, different ways of that can be interpreted.
Yeah. So different. Yeah. So different ways of interpreting it. So you're saying that is like women.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
If she says yes,
Means could be no.
yes, most of the times is no, but maybe it is yes. So you have to be very, very careful on how to decode, because between guys, well, at least when I say no, no, okay, that's it.
It's pretty clear. Yeah. So
Yeah.
on the general rule of thumb, it's pretty clear. When if you say no, I would understand no. Yeah, not maybe, could be, I'll change it later. Okay, that's interesting. Salim, you're back. What would you say? So, I'll ask you the first question again. I don't know if you managed to hear it, but it's if you're choosing someone to date, would you rate them more on their popularity or on their intelligence? Would you choose to date someone who's intelligent or popular?
Intelligent, of course.
Why so?
Can you repeat your question, please?
Sure. Okay, so would you prefer to date someone who is more popular or more intelligent? Which is more important for you, popularity or intelligence?
Intelligent.
Okay, and why so? Why?
Because he can understand me and I don't know.
Okay, because they can understand you can talk about things. That's interesting. And what would you say then to the second question? Okay, linking to this, who is more complicated, a man or a woman? Selim, do you know what this means? So complicated.
A woman is more complicated than a man.
Okay, so Huan says, I'm not saying my opinion just yet, but Salim, yeah, you would say women are more complicated, and he was saying, Huan was saying that because sometimes when women say yes, they could mean no. When they say no, they could mean yes. Okay, what would
Yeah.
you say? So why would you say women are more complicated than men?
Uh, because because man is simple is in her life. He, he is simple in his choice.
Yeah, so think maybe in simple terms, yeah, not too complicated. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, so next topic, Salim. Okay, I'm going to ask
Yeah.
you. What could I ask you? Do you think there? Yeah. Okay. Do you think there is a life after death? Do you think when we die there is a life after death, Salim?
Uh, no, no, there is not a life after that because I'm a Muslim
Yeah.
and in my religion uh, there is I don't know how to say that in English. Judgment, last judgment.
Yeah. We have. Yeah, we say the last judgment. And can
Yeah.
you explain what this is?
Uh, God, when God judge everybody for their I don't know.
So how they've lived their life, yeah. So basically, is it on what you've done well and what you've done badly, yeah. So to judge how you lived your life.
Yes.
Okay, that's interesting. Yeah. So we have something similar. Juan, in your culture, do you say something like this as well? And do
Uh,
you believe in life after death?
Life after death. Um, no. I do know that there are people that think similar. Um, I don't mind that way of thinking, but personally, I think that there's just one chance in life, and life after death. Uh, I don't feel. I don't think there is any.
Okay, so you're saying there's one crack at it. So we say one crack at it, meaning you have one chance, and that you should live your life. Things like this. You're saying that there isn't. But what about in your culture? What are you taught to believe at school? So when you're at school, what do they teach you? Juan, sorry.
Basically, my country is very Catholic. We even have we are of the few countries in the world that they still have um, what's the word? A national or an official
Okay.
religion.
Yeah.
So basically, they follow that, and I say they because I'm not very. I'm not an atheist, but I'm not
Religious, yeah. So you're kind of neutral.
religious.
Yeah.
Yeah, but from what I understand and also respect is that you go to when you die. If you were a good person,
Yeah.
you go to the heaven or to that celestial place.
Yeah.
Either it's a heaven or whatever. As well as if you are a bad person, you will be punished by. Well, I think that the last, not the last. I think it was Pope John Paul II
Yeah.
who like in a like saying closed the heaven or stated that heaven, sorry, hell, the way hell has been presented
Yeah.
doesn't exist. But I think that's the way of thinking in general. But I may be wrong because I'm not very informed. And
Okay, so you're saying on the one hand you don't particularly believe in life after death and stuff. However, you like the idea of it, yes? You like the idea of going to heaven or hell. So can
oh
you
no,
be?
no,
Yeah,
sorry,
yeah.
no. I think that is the way in general in my country
People think
because
it. Okay,
yeah.
misunderstood. Sorry. Yep. Okay, so do you think it's acceptable, or do you think it's okay to be spiritual and not religious? Do you know the difference between being spiritual and religious?
That's a very interesting question for me because the other day, I think it was also in a bourbon class, the
Yeah.
topic was being discussed
This topic.
uh,
Oh,
about spirituality
okay.
and no, but it was a Spanish class, so I was just listening.
Yeah.
But I participated in the chat, and that day I realized that I I am spiritual. I
You saw the light, yeah. So you
Yeah,
you
because I mistakenly uh, uh, thought that spirituality went along
yeah.
with a specific religion or God.
Okay, so you're saying they had you thought they were interlinked. So you thought if you were spiritual, you were religious. If you were religious, you were spiritual. Yeah, and
Yeah,
they're not separate. Okay, so
and
this is
I think that the concept, at least what I understood, was that's not the way it goes.
yeah.
And if it is like that, and because of what all they commented, then I do believe, and I am a spiritual person.
Okay, that's interesting. Selim, what do you say? Is it possible to be spiritual and not of a religion?
Uh, spirituality, spiritual and religion is
Yeah,
combined.
you're saying that they're linked.
Yes, they think.
Go for it. Explain. So it's impossible to be spiritual. What is spirituality and what is religion?
Spirituality is to think what
To be honest, I don't know actually. Yeah. So Yuan, what is spirituality? Because I don't know. I understand what it means, but I don't know what it is. I just hear it a lot. Okay. So Yuan, do you know what this is? Spirituality.
Uh, not very sure still, but without using Wikipedia,
Yeah, I'm gonna
my
Google it. Karen,
my
sorry.
personal Google is that it's like a philosophy of life in the way you care about yourself, but and also to the others, to your similars. That
Okay.
meaning and that referring to all human beings, and also I would include because I love animals. So
Okay.
it's like having that notion, like grabbing all the good stuff from all the religions, because all religions have good things
Yeah.
as well as not that good, and just being a person who cares not only of like in my case a man of himself or in a woman herself, and trying to do the best for the world.
Okay. So not just yeah, not just influenced by one religion, but take influence from lots of different things and stuff. Okay.
Mhm.
So Yuan, do you take influence from any religion right now?
Yes, yes.
What religions?
Well, Catholic because it's the closest for me in information and because formation also in school. And there's from the oh uh, I forgotten the name of the and this is shameful. The religion from which is the name of the religion that Buddha represents?
Buddhism, yeah.
Buddhism. Yep.
Buddhism, yeah.
There is a lot of great thinking and ways of thinking from that religion that I also follow.
Mm. So,
So basically, from it's a mix from those two.
so you're neutral. So you would say spiritual, not religious and stuff. Okay, that's interesting. Salim, any more opinions to add on this before we go to the next topic?
uh,
We're here,
uh,
guys. We're here to debate. So Huan, you can argue. Salim, you can argue, and let's debate. Yeah. So if you have anything you want to add, go for it. Yeah. Don't hold back.
I think that Islam is the last religion and the most interesting.
And what about the cultures? Yeah. So can you describe to us a little bit about your religion for those who don't know much about it? So what kind of traditions do you have? What is the culture of the religion?
Of Islam.
Yeah. To explain to people who don't know about it, introduce it to us.
Uh, Islam is I don't know how to explain that in English.
We learnt about it in school a little bit. Is it true that when you go into a mosque, for example, you have to take your shoes off and wash yourself? Yeah. So things like this, some
Yes,
traditions.
yes.
Could you tell? Because we learnt about it at school, but only about some traditions. Yeah. So what's the most interesting thing about your religion?
Islam is a religion of peace,
Yeah.
and yes,
And calm things like this, and also the call of prayer. Yeah, this sounds very nice as well. You pray 5 times per day, right?
Yes.
It's cool. Yeah, so it's good. And how do you find it in Paris? Okay, so you're in Paris. Um,
Yes.
could you compare the French people's attitude to religion and your attitude to religion? The average person on the street. Is there a difference?
No, I respect all other religions, and they respect my religion, and there is not a difference.
So
I
you can
practice
say
my I practice my
mutual.
religion at home, only at home.
So there's mutual respect, yeah? This is the word in English.
Yes,
Mutual respect, meaning you respect them, they respect you. And I think that's the
yes,
best attitude.
that's right. Yes,
Okay, this is cool. Okay, so I'm going to go on to a different topic now.
that's okay.
Is it better to be honest and poor or dishonest and rich, Salim? What do you say? Is it better to be rich and dishonest or poor, really, really poor, but honest?
Of course, very poor and honest. Yes,
Why?
because a man must be honest.
So it's the core, it's the basic thing. Forget about the money, it's about your character, your ethics. Huan, what do you say?
I agree with the other classmate.
Do they, do they link?
With
So
Salim.
does it link? So is there a correlation between the amount, so how honest you are and how much money you have? So does it link that maybe I'm a bit honest, so I have no money? Does it link?
Well, in my case, it is because I don't have any money.
And you're honest, yeah? So that's
So I'm very honest. Um, but yeah, it's sorry.
No worries.
Shh, 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 shh. Sorry.
You have a dog?
Yeah, and he has this. His only problem is that when he hears a motorcycle, he just barks and barks and he also chases them. Well, now I don't worry because we're in the apartment, but even maybe someone asks for a pizza or something and he hears the motorcycles, so he starts barking. It's very
Yes.
obnoxious.
I'll show you. Can I show you a picture 1 second? It's very funny. Okay. Could you also show the dog if you can? But
Yeah.
1 second. This is my
Yeah,
girlfriend's.
today I'm using my phone, so I have that camera here.
Okay, so 1 second. Let's have a look. I'll just show you this really quickly because it's very funny. Okay, so this is yesterday. My girlfriend's dog. Can you see
Hmm?
the face? Can you see with the teeth?
Yeah.
It's quite funny. It stole her sister's snack, and the sister tried to get the snack back, but it did this face, yeah. I thought it was quite cute. It's quite funny. But anyway, okay. So yeah, Xuan, have you got the camera?
Yeah, I put him.
I can't
You
see.
didn't saw him?
No, not yet.
No. Well, he will come back.
Oh no, it's come. In fact, I think I saw a glimpse. It's Labrador, right? Golden Lab.
No, I think he has some genes, but he's how do you call a dog that has no breed that work from the streets?
A mongrel? Is it a mongrel? I don't know. I'm not an expert on dogs, but is it some like not a mix of breeds? Is it a mix? Is it a mix or a stray? Oh no. Does he have an owner? Well, he has you now, but did he have an owner?
No, he was in the street.
Yeah, he was a stray.
He was-
Yep.
Yeah, a stray.
A stray is a dog which doesn't have an owner, but
Okay.
you can say a mongrel is like a mixture of different breeds. Yeah, not quite perfect, but I don't know much about dogs. But that's interesting. That's cool. Okay, and Salim, do you have any pets?
I have a dog. Yeah,
And what's your dog called?
I don't understand.
What's the name of your dog?
Princess.
Francis. That's cool. That's a cool name. And what's he like? Yeah. So I was just showing you this dog. He seems a bit scary and evil. Juan, what's your dog like? What's it like having a stray? Did you have to train it?
Uh,
You know, it's very funny that because um, he was like already trained. He is. It is not because he's my dog,
Yeah.
but he's very intelligent. So at first, yes, he was uh, like uh, like every stray dog. He was very aggressive because of because they're fearful.
Yeah.
And well, he was also a puppy. Well, the veterinary said when I adopted him, calculated like 1 year. So he was very hyperactive and
Yeah.
he ate it everything. He ate it like three pair of shoes and a microphone, a lot
But
of
now he's okay. It's just about time.
yeah.
But
But I just talked to him. People I know. I suspect people may think that I'm crazy because I talk to animals
yeah.
and to my dog as
Well, it's
if
better
they
than
were a
plants,
person.
right? So we were talking about this the other day, right? So it's better than plants talking
Ah,
to dogs.
yeah, exactly. So he has I did like an unofficial training of him because I have no knowledge on how to train a dog, but he understands my commands and my orders. For
Dog
example,
whisperer.
yeah, something like that, a version, an unofficial version of Dog Whisper. Because, for example, there's a very comic clip that I took of him that everybody, until they see it, and they don't believe it because my house is very small.
Yeah.
So when I go to the kitchen, as any dog, he goes immediately asking for food. However, he has his diet or his only dog food. So as any dog, he starts to wag the tail.
Yeah. So he starts to wag his
So
tail and gets
so I
excited.
used yeah, and also making those eyes of pity, like if he
Yeah. So
was
we say puppy dog eyes. Yeah, the puppy dog eyes.
puppy. Yeah, he makes a face like if he hadn't eaten like in a month. So because I know he's manipulating, I tell him and the equivalent in Spanish.
Yeah.
Even if you wag your tail, you won't get anything.
And it
So
works.
so he started moving, wagging it more.
Rapidly, yeah. So quickly,
Yeah.
quickly.
So I think he understood from that moment what wag the tail meant.
Yeah. So
Oh,
it picked it up, yeah. So I don't know. Maybe it's like how babies pick up the language and stuff. But so then, what's your dog like?
sorry.
What's your dog like? Yeah. So what kind of character does your dog have?
Doberman. You know,
Sorry.
it's a Doberman.
Could you write it down? Could you write it down? Oh, do you know Juan this breed? I don't know.
let me see.
Doberman. I'll search for it. Maybe.
Ah,
Let's have a
yeah.
look. Okay, now I know. Yeah. So a Doberman. I've seen pictures. Okay, and what kind of character is it like? Is it well trained? Did you train it, Salim?
No,
And does it behave itself, or does it do things like stealing food?
I don't understand.
Okay, I'll write this down. Does it behave itself? Meaning, does it act well? Yeah, is it good or is it disruptive? Is it bad?
Yes, is it? It's good.
So you can say it behaves well. Okay. And have you got any funny stories about your dog?
I don't pass the time with it.
So you don't spend so much time with it, yeah? So
Yes.
so much time with it. And Juan, does it distract you from your work? So if you've got your dog, barking or wanting a walk, does it ever distract you?
Oh no, no, because he knows when I'm busy, when I'm working.
Yeah.
So he just stays in his room. Well, his room is my room too,
Yeah.
but he just stays there. And sometimes if he's, I don't know, maybe he wants company or to be nearby, he just sits by my side and like that.
Yes, it's okay. So it's not too bad. It works. It works for you. So that's cool. Okay. Next topic. Do you eat to live, or live to eat, Johan? What's your attitude about food?
Well, I wish I could just live to it. However, it's not it's not healthy.
Yeah.
So I try my best to control cravings for sweets in general. This is what I mostly like: cookies and chocolates and all
Yeah.
that stuff.
Okay. And do you find that you snack too much? So if you're working at home, do you think you snack more than if you went to an office?
Oh yeah, definitely, because well, yeah, you have more liberty to just grab the snack, or even if you don't have at home, just say, well, I'm gonna on recess, I'm going to a nearby grocery store
Yeah.
and purchase something.
So do you rate? We say raid the fridge. Raid the day, and you don't know what to do. You're bored.
Yeah.
You don't want to continue the product, so you just go and raid the fridge. Yeah, see what you can eat. Like comfort eat. Eat out of boredom.
Hmm.
So comfort eating is, for example, when you're not so happy about something, you would eat to make yourself feel better.
Yeah, well, yeah, I have seen that too. That it's like a psychological thing. If you feel like down or depressed, you tend to look for mainly sweets and carbohydrates
Yeah.
because they tend to lift your mood. And also, I think chocolate influence a lot in serotonin, which is one of the substances in the brain that affects mood.
Okay, so we naturally go for things like chocolate and stuff to get a quick fix. Yeah. Let's have a
Yeah.
again. So a quick fix is just you do something to get an effect quickly. So people take, for example, they say about drugs is like a quick fix. Yeah, eating chocolate and stuff is a quick fix. You feel energetic for maybe a couple of minutes, but afterwards you feel bleh, yeah. So that's
Yeah.
cool. Dennis has joined. Are you there?
Yes.
How are you today, Dennis?
I'm okay. I've woke up
Just
just
woke
a
up. You're
minute ago.
late. You're late waking up today.
It's seven
It's
in the
still early.
morning.
Okay, it's still
Yeah,
early.
yeah.
Okay, so how are you? You right? We're having a debate. We're talking. We've talked about women. What else? Talk about women. Okay.
Religion, spiritual.
Religion,
That's enough.
spirituality. Okay, so Dennis, what I want to ask you is this question. I'm not going to repeat all the questions, but are men ever more complicated than women?
More complicated in what way?
Than women, in any way that you can think of. Are they ever? So are there ever any examples in which men are more complicated than women?
Um, mm, uh, no, no, I don't think so. Uh, because maybe some time ago it was so, but now I think with globalization and with education for all people, it was not so. Maybe women more complicated about wars, about I don't know, about
Emotions, maybe.
not emotions. I mean about clothes, about appearance, and this stuff.
Okay, so there's a difference, but you're saying generally more complicated. But is there anything that there's nothing that we do that's more complicated than a woman? I don't want to give my opinion, but I don't know. Yeah, so I think we are. I agree with you, Anne. Quite simple, but of course it depends on the person. Yeah, so there are very practical women, and there's also very emotional guys, I guess, as well. So it depends, but generally speaking, maybe that's so. But we need a woman
Yeah,
who's watching to join in.
But I'm not sure about emotion. I don't think that women more emotional. They more um, um, sentimental, and it's not the same. Absolutely not the same. And more practical. Yeah.
Yep. So sentimental. Joanne, do you know this word?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So sentimental meaning what, Dennis? Yeah. So it's holding on to things from the past, right? So wanting to remember
Just
everything.
acting according to your, not to your emotion, but your senses, because emotions are um, the conscious attitude to your senses.
So
And
your
senses
their
just
instincts, maybe
intuitions. Yeah, just intuition.
intuition. Yeah, perfect. Intuition. Okay, and we don't really follow emotion as much. Okay, so Sebastian, what would you say? Morning.
Good
In
night.
fact, it's too late there. What time is it?
10:44 p.m.
PM. Yes, that's not too bad. But Sebastian, what would you say to this question? Are men more complicated than women? And is there any examples of a situation where men are more complicated? No. Yeah, are men ever more complicated than women? Keep it simple.
Oh,
Are you a complicated
now
chap?
Yeah, I'm very complicated. I have to. Yeah, I'm going to be honest. No, I mean, it depends about the context of where we are talking about. For example, I think women are more complicated if about clothes, about if they have to go out. They
Yeah,
could be like for
making decisions.
decisions. And men, let me see what we can. Maybe about women.
Okay, that's interesting. So you're saying we're complicated when it comes to women. To what extent?
Yeah.
Why?
Like commitment, I think.
Okay, so you're saying it's more difficult for a man to commit.
Yeah.
Okay, and in that sense, is it because we are more complicated, or is it to do with being complicated? Is it more complicated to not be committed?
Yes, I mean, if you don't have if you're free, you're. Oh my God, this is all recorded.
Yeah, be careful. No, it's okay.
Yeah,
It's your surname. Oh, you've got your surname on there as well. Okay, that's bad. Okay, go for it.
No, but I think we are. I don't know if for us, I'm not going to talk about all men, but we don't like to be commitment, like in a relationship, a big commitment, especially now in our days.
To be committed.
Get
Yeah.
married is not too.
Okay, so nowadays it's gone where people don't need to commit to each other as much as maybe before, because there's no obligation. Well, in most cultures now, maybe now there's not really an obligation to get married, right? Well, I think most of our cultures. I don't know. So, Juan, is there an obligation in your culture to get married, or now is it just a matter of choice?
It depends on the way of thinking.
Yeah.
But recently, last 10, 20 years, People tend to marry older, uh,
Marry
begin.
later, I'd say. And by the way, I'll
Yeah,
just answer quickly. Olga, you're welcome to join, please. Yeah, so it'll be interesting to hear from a woman. Go for it. Sorry, Johan.
yeah. For example, that also something that's a personal way of thinking. It depends on the type of person, because some women they still have that trend of wanting to get married before 30,
Mm.
or if not, or even younger,
Mm.
as well as men. But well, I'm not the best one to talk about marriage, and because I was very unsuccessful. However, I don't know. I think an age from 28 to 32 and beyond, it's like the best, because you're already mature enough for all the aspects that commitment implies. Not only um, being there and of course loving your wife, but also other things that are equal as important as money,
Yeah.
making not a budget, making a reserve
Yeah.
or savings.
Saving. So being able to save. You've got your career, you've finished studying, everything should be okay by that age, right? So,
Yeah, and working hard, and so also, if both persons at that age already have their career finished and their job, it is easier for both of them to pursue their dreams of
so
whatever
you're saying it
they
links
would like.
very, very closely, very strongly
Hmm.
to money. Okay, that's interesting. Get married equals children. Yes, that's a thing. But would you say, Juan, are you a kind of guy that likes commitment? So Sebastian says, generally speaking, we don't like commitment. What about you, Juan?
Well, I I'm not sure, but this is what I think as of this moment.
Yeah.
Maybe I could change my mind, or maybe I'm wrong. But this is honestly what I think. I do like or wish commitment. I had I wasn't successful at the first one, but uh, I don't want to think that because we weren't capable at that moment
Yeah.
from both parts. I'm already doomed to be single.
Okay, so you're saying but are you a committed person? Meaning, do you like the idea of it, commitment? So, not just about relationships, but generally speaking, do you like the idea of being tied up to one thing, whether
Yes,
that's your job or anything? So tied up to one thing.
uh-huh. Yes, exactly. Yeah, because I think that if you really like something and want something, you have to dedicate all not all your time. You have to give it your best. It could
Yeah.
be all your time, all your effort, depending on the situation. Even if
Your
you
best
are,
shot.
let's say for example, a professional field or a study field, even if you have the gift of being very intelligent and very good at, I don't know, science
Yeah.
or mathematics or arts, it's a great thing to have that gift and advantage. But you also have to work it
To
to
work
give
at
it.
it, to work at
Yes,
something. Okay.
yeah, because even if you don't need to make a lot of effort, I think if I were to have a gift like that then making being more committed to it will give you awesome results.
Okay, so you're saying it's better to be committed, but maybe we don't initially want to. Yeah, we have to be motivated by other things. It's not that we like to be tied up. Okay, it's interesting. Olga has joined. Hello, Olga.
Hello, everyone.
Yes, finally a woman. Okay, I'm assuming Olga
But
is.
yeah. I am basic level. Doesn't matter.
Of course not. Of course not. Okay, but try and don't be intimidated. If I speak too quickly, tell me to slow down. Okay, don't worry.
Okay.
So, Olga, what is your opinion? I understood that you've watched the debate. What is your opinion about what we talked about to do with women and men?
Okay, I think that I acknowledge that we are more complicated, but depend what do you can understand for complicated. I understand that for complicated that it's more interested for someone. For example, the men think that we are so emotional, but really we always are thinking in the other person. But I consider respectfully that the men are so, I don't know.
Selfish, you're saying.
I know. So I don't have the word in English, but
You can say don't feel intimidated. Yeah. So the majority are men, but you heard what people are saying as well. So you can say your opinion. It's perfectly fine. Okay. So you're saying men are more selfish. They don't consider other people's needs as much as maybe women do. Okay. So women always think about the other person. Maybe men think about themselves more. Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Okay. It's interesting. Yeah. So it's cool. You could say selfish then. Fionn, are you there?
Yes, I'm sure.
Good. Another woman. Yes, please. Go for it.
Okay, the first time I joined the club, so I don't know everybody say about what. I'm so sorry.
No. So welcome, Fionn. Don't worry about it. We're having a debate, okay? And one of the topics we were talking about earlier is what we think about women and men, okay? Who is more complicated, a woman or a man? What would you say, Fionn?
Yes, okay. I think in my country, men and women can freedom and choose love and get married and have a children. The women can go to a bar, enjoy their life.
Okay, so you're saying women have more freedom, they enjoy the life more.
Yes, she can go to he has many time for themselves.
Okay.
Go to shopping.
Time, yes, a lot of free time, things like that.
Yeah.
Yes, that's interesting. But what would you say? Right, okay, mad equals angry, right? Are they mad? Yeah. So mad can be
Hungry.
what do you do, or
No,
mad can also be I'm mad. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So it has two different meanings. Okay. What would you guys then say about what you just heard from Olga and Fionn? Dennis, do you have an opinion? Counter opinion.
Please say it again.
Yes. But
No, Fionn, I'm just asking Dennis his opinion. Okay. Don't worry. Go for it, Dennis.
about selfishness, it's not so. Because if you're a man now, you have a lot of duties and a lot of obligation. You have to earn money. You should have good work, and you should be best at what you're doing. And it's not selfishness. It's just a good and right way to achieve what you want. Because
Yeah.
without that selfishness, you just can't do it.
Okay.
So, and
So-
I think it's a very popular misunderstanding about men.
And would you say women are ever selfish?
So women selfish? No, I don't think so.
Okay, go for it, Fionn. Go for it. Yes, please. Yes, please. We need a lively debate. Yeah, I was hoping it would get really, really lively and people will be shouting at each other. So for the last 5 minutes, I'm just want one thing from you, and that's just everyone shouts, yeah, to make it more interesting. So, Fuang, you said...
Of course, yeah. Yes, Martin, especially about their children, about their husband, their home. It should be the best. Of course, a lot of selfishness in this field, in practical things.
Okay, Dennis says...
Very common in women to be proud about children, especially.
I'm going to stir things up a bit. Dennis says women are selfish, okay? Of course, that's not exactly your words, but just to make things more interesting. Olga, your reaction?
I don't think so. The women is selfish because in my country, women can go to work, earn money, and take care family and prepare dinner, everything at the family, and I don't know why you think the women is selfish.
Okay, Sebastian, what would you say?
About selfish?
Who's more selfish, a man or a woman?
Well, oh yeah. No, I don't know. Not a woman. No, but women are. I don't think they are selfish. But I can say. But yeah, there's always a but. There's something completely different. But have you noticed that if a woman asks you, I look fat, and if you have to immediately, your answer will have to be no, immediately.
Yeah,
you don't have to wait 2 seconds.
If you say, well, actually, to be honest,
if your answer is like no, oh, you're dead.
Okay,
so you have to be, I'm fat. No, immediately.
Olga, can you explain this? And it is true, I've noticed. Why do you ask these kind of questions? And do you ask these questions? I'm not saying every woman's the same, but do you ever ask these questions? Ask for a man's opinion, but you already know what answer you want, yeah, from them.
I'm sorry, can you repeat? Sorry.
Okay, so Olga, can you relate to this situation? Do you understand this situation where women ask the opinion of a man, but when the man, it's wrong for the man to give an opinion. Things like saying, do I look fat? Yeah, or do you like my dress? Yeah, these kind of questions. Yes, do you understand? Do you ever ask these kind of questions?
You asked me, for example, for the opinion of a woman in front of a question that the man do?
Yep, so if you ask me, okay, so if you ask me, Martin, do I look fat? What answer should I give you? What should I say? If you say, Martin, do I look fat? Does my bum look big in this? What is the correct answer?
I think that depends. For example, if I don't want to injure his emotions, I obviously answer that he is okay, only a few pounds over his normal weight. But if I don't know, if it's a person that I don't know how to say that which is more knowledge for me. I are more I don't know, sincere.
Yep.
I don't know how to explain.
So if I said to you,
it depends the person that asks you.
Okay, so if your boyfriend says to you, you said, right, do I look fat in this? And he says, well, to be honest, Olga, you look a little fat, but it's okay, because I love you.
I ask him. Yes, or
you ask him. He doesn't go up to you and say, Olga, your bum is a bit big today. Yeah. So, no, you ask him.
The kind of answer that I hope.
Yeah. What answer do you want? Yeah.
Okay, I depend on my boyfriend to be honest, but to be I don't know in English cautelous with the way like he told me that. Yeah?
So he should break the news to you in a diplomatic way. So if he
Yeah.
really thought you were fat, would you accept his opinion? If he said, actually, Olga, I think you should stay off the chocolate cookies. So if he said something like this, would you be angry at him?
I don't know.
Okay, that's interesting. And I don't know about the other way around, yeah, so we should ask. But we've run out of time, guys. Sorry, this was getting very interesting towards the end. We'll continue next time, okay? We'll have another debate kind of session. But great to speak with you. Any final opinions before we go?
Martin, we need more classes from you.
Okay, so debate, yes. We'll do one maybe tomorrow, I think, okay? So if you can come, we'll do one tomorrow. Take care and we'll speak to you soon. Cheers, bye.
We love women. Please
Yeah,
talk
we
to
love
us.
women, yeah? That's, by the way, Olga and Fuan, we love you. Don't worry. Okay, cheers, bye.
Me too.